Vân Village, also known as Tiên Yên Village, is one of the 3 villages in Vân Hà Commune, Việt Yên District, Bắc Giang Province. The 2 other villages are Thổ Hà and Nguyệt Đức. The village is located along the Cầu River, which is the natural border between Bắc Giang and Bắc Ninh provinces. Vân Village is an ancient village and also a traditional craft village specializing in making wine under the title Vân Hương Mỹ Tử, or Good Wine of Vân Village. The good quality of the wine has long been recognized. Let's follow honored guests to Vân Village. Upon arriving at the entrance to the village, we can realize the smell of rice crackers, wine, even the mingled smell of steamed sticky rice and yeast drafting through the air. Many families in the village are still making wine, but Mrs. Tom's family is the most famous one. Mrs. Tom, given name Nguyễn Thị Mãi, was born in 1917 and passed away in 2012. Mr. Nguyễn Trung Ca, her youngest son, is the only person in the family to practice the wine-making craft. Through the meetings with Ca, we can feel thoroughly his love for the craft, which he learned from his mother and has devoted his entire life to.
Tôi nấu rượu từ lúc nào, nói đúng là 12 tuổi, tôi theo nghề của mẹ, nên là tôi cũng có cái niềm đam mê.
He reserves every inch of his house and yard, covering an area of nearly 1,000 square meters for placing terracotta jars and tools for winemaking. It is a rare chance for him to receive honored guests. Therefore, Mr. Ka passionately shares things about the traditional craft and even family secrets to making the famous wine of Vân Village. Mrs. Tom was famous for determining the alcohol content in wine with very simple tools and through simple steps as follows. First, fill a small bamboo tube with wine. Second, cover one of the ends of the tube with the hand and let the wine gradually flow down from the other end into a bowl. Third, listen to the sound the wine makes when flowing down into a bowl. It sounds like rain falling on the thatched roof. So she could tell the alcohol content in the wine this way, and Nguyễn Trung Ca is seen as one of her successors in this regard. Anyone who has ever tried the wine made by Mrs. Tom will never forget the taste of the wine made from a variety of high-quality sticky rice called nếp cái hoa vàng, golden flowered sticky rice, and a unique kind of yeast featuring medicinal plants.
Mình thì cũng đã thử rất nhiều loại rượu rồi, nhưng mà từ khi biết đến rượu nếp cái hoa vàng làng Vân, và đặc biệt là của hộ nhà anh Ca, của cụ Tom nấu, thì cái rượu này uống nó có cái hậu rất là ngọt. Sau khi uống xong thì cái cảm giác nó rất là êm và ngọt. Rượu uống đây rất là bảo đảm an toàn.
No one knows when the Mrs. Tom's wine brand has become familiar to wine connoisseurs across the country and even foreigners. And this is one of the very few photos of Mrs. Tom's and guests coming to enjoy her wine that Mr. Ka still keeps up to now. More than 40 years ago, many people in the village shifted to making wine from cassava for greater profit. But Mrs. Tom's family did not. She devoted her whole life to making wine from sticky rice and the unique kind of yeast featuring medicinal plants.
Mẹ tôi ngày xưa ấy, là làm cái rượu này là nhiều lúc là nghe bằng cái ống nứa ngày xưa, tức là dong lên và hút lên và cho nó chảy xuống cái bát. Nó cho chảy xuống cái bát là coi nghe ở cái tầm độ kêu như thế nào là mẹ tôi biết là bao nhiêu độ, cho nên là tôi học được cái đấy, là tôi nghiên cứu mà tôi có học, tóm lại phải thử đến hàng mấy trăm lần mới biết được cái đấy thì nó lại thuộc vào, nó là cảm giác rồi.
The making of a kind of wine called Vân Tinh Tử, the quintessence of Vân Village wine, is a complicated process. It takes elaboration to select materials. For example, sticky rice grains of the nếp cái hoa vàng variety must be plumped and solid. Worm-eaten grains and the grains with dark colors are removed before the step of cooking sticky rice is conducted. Each step is done with secrets. The wine-making craft, like any other crafts, requires patience and devotion of the makers. Freshly cooked sticky rice is put into a large, flat bamboo baskets for cooling. The sweet smell of cooked sticky rice holds great attraction to any visitor to Vân Village.
Cái bí quyết ý, là đầu tiên ý, là phải chọn gạo ngon, đúng nước hoa vàng. Cái bí quyết thứ hai là mình phải nấu lựa theo cái thời tiết và phải chịu khó. Mà nấu rượu, đặc biệt nấu rượu phải có một cái tâm. Nấu rượu ra thành rượu rất là dễ. Nhưng mà nấu rượu để ngon như rượu của tôi là tôi cảm thấy mẹ tôi là cực khó.
As is the custom in Vân Village, the wine-making craft is handed down to sons and daughters-in-law in the family. Following the custom, Mr. Ga teaches the craft to his daughter-in-law. It seems easy to learn every small step of winemaking, but actually it takes meticulousness to do it. There are things that seems to become habits deeply ingrained in the consciousness of the maker. Mrs. Tom's wine is made from sticky rice of high quality and the yeast featuring 36 medicinal plant species. Among the 9 children of Mrs. Tom, Mr. Nguyễn Trung Ca has inherited most experience, techniques, and especially dedication from her. To make good wine, all the steps are conducted according to standards. The pots to make wine must be made of bronze. A pot is used to cook a batch of wine at a time. There are also the standard temperature of the fire and the suitable weather for wine making to get the best possible finished product. Moreover, his family's wine is always distilled 2 times, and the finished wine is kept in the terracotta jars for about 8 to 12 months before being offered for sale.
Nấu rượu một cái khó nhất ý là nếu lúc thời tiết rất thuận lợi thì là rất là dễ. Nhưng mà lúc mà trái gió rời rời là nấu rượu này là phải mẹ tôi là biết xoay sở, biết là đậy lúc không. Thế mà làm thế nào cho là men nó ngấu hạt gạo nó đều thì ra rượu thì nó mới ngon, thì nó mới giữ được cái hương hồn rượu.
Mr. Ga is now over 50. Through many ups and downs, he has still been attached to the winemaking craft as he promised his mother and taught the craft to the next generations. He also realized that his mother is his greatest pride, though she has gone.
Tôi mong muốn cái rượu của mẹ tôi, rượu mẹ tôi là thương hiệu cụ Tom là đã nổi tiếng và cụ cũng được là nghệ nhân làng nghề. Thương hiệu rượu của mẹ tôi là nay mai sợ mai mốt đi và muốn là làm cho nổi tiếng, còn là bay xa người Việt Nam biết và có thể bạn bè quốc tế biết là rượu cụ Tom.
With constant devotion and great pride, Mr. Nguyễn Trung Ca has been successfully in preserving and promoting the traditional craft left by his mother and bringing the Mrs. Tom's wine brand closer to more people.